So we're talking about this week the pillars of success. So the first pillar was to make a decision to actually be successful at something, whatever it is. And then yesterday I talked about committing to this success that you so badly want to have in your life. So what's the third step? Having a game plan. How are you going to get it done? So you have to map this out. You literally have to GPS what it is that you want to be successful at and how you're going to get there. You have to have a plan of action, you have to create a plan, you have to strategize it, and then you have to execute it every day. You have to have discipline in doing what needs to be done in this game plan, in this GPS that you've set up for your success that you're looking to accomplish. So your game plan is going to be specific to you. Everybody's different. Like what is it that you want to be successful at? Is it something sports oriented? Then there's a lot of exercising and training and things like that you have to do. Is it something business wise? Are there seminars? What kind of skills do you have to learn to get this game plan accomplished, to hit the GPS the right way? So what are some great tips? Okay, so here's the great tips for setting up your game plan. So just know that success at anything requires you to set a deadline. Because if you have no deadline, if you don't really know, like, well, when is it I'm going to start, when is it I'm going to finish, then you're really not going to get anywhere fast. You're going to be spinning your wheels. So start with an end in mind, but break it down into smaller goals. Like, from this date to this date, I'm going to do this. From this date to this date, I'm going to do this. So break it into smaller chunks, because to be successful at certain things takes longer than others. So you don't want to get overwhelmed, so break it down. I've talked about the skills, so you have to determine the skills that you're going to need to be successful and make that decision to commit to learning those skills. There's nothing wrong with learning new skills. Always be teachable. Keep track of your progress, your success and your failures, because no success is ever really gained without falling over and hitting your face or hitting a roadblock or having a small failure. And the only way you're going to learn is by keeping track and saying, this worked, this didn't work, go back to the drawing board, reorganize your game plan, punch in some more things, change that GPS around a little bit. So when you're keeping track, you kind of know what direction you should be going, if you're actually moving according to plan as you set your deadlines. And the most important thing through all of this is keep playing that game to win. Because if you're not in it for the long haul and you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm just going to give this a try and see what happens, then maybe you don't really want the success that you are making the decision to do. Maybe your game plan needs to be changed around a little bit. But if it's something that's so important to you that you're like, I have to do this, I have to do it, then you will continue to play to win no matter what happens. So when it comes down to everything being all said and done, set that game plan up. You've made that decision. You've decided to commit to do whatever it takes. So write it out. Write that game plan out. Write that GPS out. Map it out and figure out how you're going to get it done and start taking action. Because without taking that first step and taking action, none of this really means a whole lot of anything. So in order for it to become something so real in your life, the action needs to be taken. So once you've got that game plan all mapped out, take action on it and you will be successful. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.